What is up, survivors? We are back with another mod review for today, for the Monday today. This time we're going over Eco's Tek Decor mod. This is another mod that we actually currently have on the community server that we're running here, and I figured we'd kind of go over it. Now, this is an Eco Decor mod. This adds a lot of really cool tech decoration stuff to your base, and as to be expected from any Eco mod, this thing is pretty top notch. So some of this is functional, it actually serves a purpose, but a lot of it is decorational. We're going to go over just about everything that's in there. So in typical mod review fashion, we're going to kind of pick one side and then kind of roll all the way through it. That's probably going to make our lives a lot easier. I just have a bunch of tech foundations. I'll explain. This is actually the generator here, but I'll kind of explain how the generator works once we get kind of everything else done. So let's start over here, and we'll kind of work our way all the way around, right? Okay, so we'll go over here. So this is the egg incubator. This guy will actually incubate eggs for you, do exactly what you would think it would do, and then keep the egg fresh as well. So it'll incubate it down much like most incubators will, and though you can change in the I&I settings, you'll be able to change the functionality of this a little bit, but we'll have the link to the workshop for this mod in the description of the video, so you can check that out at your leisure. We have that one, so that's the egg incubator. I'm going to skip over this real quick just to show you this one. This is a broken version of it. It's literally just like a decoration piece. So you can have a regular version of it or like a broken, damaged version of it, depending on what you're kind of working for. If you want more of a old, aged, beat up stuff, or if you want like brand new, shiny stuff. Anyway, the painting capsule. This thing is literally just to make dyes. You just throw the berries in there and quick make dyes. Super easy to make it, and you don't have to irrigate it either. All right, so starting down here, we have a lot of holographic maps. These are all just holographic maps of the different obvious maps that are in Ark so far. So this is the Ragnarok map, and you even get the cool holo of the Manticore in the front, and I think that pinpoints the location. I don't know exactly what location it might just be. That just might be. At first I thought it was a location of an obelisk, but I don't think it is. I think it just might be just a point on the map just to kind of look cool. But at any rate, so we have the holographic maps for Ragnarok here. We have the Scorched Earth one, which again shows the griffin on the front of it. We have the island showing the Broodmother here. The center showing the the Megapithecus, the big monkey guy. I think it's a Megapithecus. Megapithecus? We all know I'm not good at these things. I just fell off. This is a cool little, awesome little display. You can mount like wall mounts and stuff to this too, but it's kind of just a cool little, I don't know, it kind of fits like an archway maybe, like if you're coming in the door like over a top of the doorway or something like that. It'd be really cool, or to line the hallways with it, kind of like, I don't know, like I said, I would use it kind of like an archway in the house. But anyhow, that is that. So then you have a couple of standard maps out here. So we have the Scorched Earth map. It just kind of looks like just a general, more not holographic, just like an actual, you know, map. So the SE map, the island, and the center as well. Those are all your maps. They're pretty big too. They take up about a foundation, each one does. So they're significantly, they got some pretty good size to them, but they look great. I like the moving lights and they like the interactive stuff going on over here. I think it's great. Over here, we're going to get into some of the furniture. These are actually the glass tables, so they're actually the same table. It's just flipped around so you can see both versions. So the one side's open basically, and the other side has a couple of these glass panels, kind of like a desk, maybe more like a desk, less like a table. But it's not like a perfect rectangle either. It's got like a cool modern design going on with it as well. A couple things to lay down just for cool aesthetics is this tablet here, which is kind of like a holographic, I don't know. Kind of shows a little bit of everything in here. Back behind there, this is actually the holo tablet. I'm sorry. This is just a normal tablet. This is the holo tablet back there. And these are all just decorative. So we have different experiments, and they're just labeled experiments, but what they are is essentially just animals in a glass jar just shrunk down. So you have a scorpion in one, you have the Diplocalus, the dung beetle, you have the sea lobster, it looks like the jellyfish, the ammonite, the trilobite, and a leech. And these are all just small little guys. They don't provide any storage or anything like that. They're just aesthetics, but they do look pretty freaking awesome. I actually really like the jellyfish. It looks really, oof, that looks vicious. Looks very vicious. But anyway, they're actually labeled different experiments: 93, 882, 741. I don't know where the numbers came from. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the numbers mean, if there's a meaning behind that or not. I actually don't know. I'd be curious to find that one out. Ripping around to some more of our furniture, you have these round tables that sit up a little bit higher, kind of like a bar height style, and on top of it we have different holographic trophy things as well. So this is the holographic Giga, small guy over here. We have the holographic Quetzal, the holographic Stego, holographic Trike, and a holographic Allosaurus, and then we also have the stool here too. And it's at a nice height that it works with both tables. Even though this sits a little bit higher, it still works, and even though this sits a little bit lower, it still works pretty well. But I would say predominantly this stool is actually for these tables, and I think this is actually labeled as a Tek stool, yeah. More holographic decorations. We have a holographic beacon. We have a holographic element. We have the holographic, I think that's it's supposed to be the overseer boss. You have the holographic humans. You have the male and female of that. We have a holographic phoenix out here, and these actually kind of rotate, which I really like. Slowly kind of rotates. And we have the holographic ice wyvern. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, bam it over here. I separated these by colors because they're exactly the same with the exception of the colors. So you have a Tek chair, and these chairs work with that table a bit better over there because it's these a little lower, but you have these chairs which look amazing. I like the moving lights in them and everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you have the counters that match them, and these are storage containers that hold 90. You have a Tek light. This is kind of like a table light. You can pretty much set this on any table that you want. And then back behind here, we have like a storage locker that holds 120, and then you also have like a wall storage that holds 45, and then a small light of that same color too. And so this is all the blue. Oop, I'm kind of going all over the place. So this is all the blue, and you have all the red, you have all the green, and then you have all the yellow. So this is basically the same things, just different colors. But I really love the chairs. I really love the chairs. The lockers are cool too. I like that they don't take up very much space, so it'd be really easy to line those guys up really well and get a decent amount of storage. Added on to the fact that they look awesome. All right, moving over this way, we're going to cut in just a little bit. This is the Eco's Tek Decor crafting station. If you're familiar with Eco's mods, there's always a specific station that you're going to make to craft all of these things from, and this is it. You'll craft this on your person. You'll craft everything that we're watching right here inside from that. So, but an awesome centerpiece nonetheless. They're always unique. The crafting stations are like the crafting stations for every one of these mods is actually sometimes my favorite thing. It just looks really cool. It's an awesome little centerpiece. We have two different bed options. You have a bio bed, a biopod bed, which is kind of like a stand-up Tek bed almost. I think it's kind of like what that is. So you can still kind of go into. Doesn't look like you're actually inside of it like a Tek bed. It looks like you're kind of like glitched out of it a little bit, which is no big deal. What else you got in here? You can pick it up and you can still fast travel like normal. But then you actually have the actual bed, and that you can pick up and fast travel, but it doesn't look like you can actually like interact and lay on it like you can with the other beds. It doesn't seem to be that option anyway. Not that it really matters. I mean, honestly, you're logged out by that point. What the hell does it matter? Or you're using it to fast travel. In either case, I really like this bed. I think the bed looks neat. Everything's got this sweet modern techie design to it, and I think it looks great. Meandering around over here. These are all refrigerators, different types of refrigerators. So this is a small refrigerator that has 100 slots, and these do need to get power in order to act like a refrigerator, but they all look a little bit different. This has got a goofball little bulb dog in here running up against the glass. This actually has a human inside of it, which worries me a little bit, but I mean, that contraption, whew, not want to be that guy. That's all I'm saying. There's a broken version that still holds 100 slots too, but I think, actually, you know what, they still hold. Okay, so they all hold 100. This is just a smaller one, in case you want something a little bit smaller versus something bigger. The broken one still actually works like a normal fridge. It just looks better. It looks different. It's cracked open. The water's coming out. Just make it look kind of works with the broken incubator. But the difference is this actually still works. You have looks like a corrupted trike in here. Is that a corrupted trike? Oh, yeah, it's a corrupted trike. You have corrupted. What is that? Is that a T-Rex? A corrupted T-Rex all curled up in there? Thought it was a Carno at first. Can't really tell. I think it's a T-Rex. Anyway, a corrupted Stego. We have a corrupted Spino in this one. And then at the end we have the Calicotherium. And these are all, again, they're all powered. They still work like normal generators, and that is pretty much that. In the center is this generator. Now this generator was a little tricky for me to understand at first. I thought it was like a wirelessly powered thing, but it's not. So you place this down and you hook up wires to it and you hook up outlets to it like you would a normal generator. It just looks a little bit different. But it is quiet. So if you're not running S Plus with, like, for whatever reason, if you're not running S Plus, you don't have to worry about this thing making a bunch of noise. And even if you are, you can still opt to use this generator and don't you have to worry about it making noise. So either way, it kind of works. And the trick with the S Plus is what I would say. So if you notice, none of my wires are showing up, right? It's just the outlets that are popped up here and there, and I just laid a bunch of them down. But honestly, you do not need to lay this many outlets down. They have a pretty good range on every one of them. But what I noticed is that there's no option now. Normally with S Plus or SS, you have the option to hide the wires that are attached to the generator. You don't have that option with this generator, but never fear if you're running S Plus or SS. I think I have S Plus on this one. Yeah. So what we'll do is I'll show you what I did essentially was I just built one. And then I hit, well, I can show the wires now. So you can see the wires are actually everywhere over here. But basically, I hooked this guy up, attached all the wires, ran all the outlets, and then I picked up the generator, slapped it on top of these wires with S Plus or SS, and just hid all the wires, and then just picked it up after I was done. So you actually don't even need it there. You literally just need to build it long enough to hide all the wires, or if you don't even want to use it at all, you can just pick it up and then place this guy down on top of those wires that are already hidden. Either way, you still get hidden wires, so it looks like it's wireless, but it's not. So you do want to watch for that. So you are going to actually have to run actual wires. But honestly, I like this generator, but I feel like maybe a Tek generator might be an easier bet, especially if you're using a lot of these different things. But to each their own. I think it looks awesome either way. I think even if you're not using it, having it in this build because it fits so well with everything else would work out for some pretty cool builds. All in all, this is the eco mod, so I don't have anything to complain about. It's clean, it works well. Everything looks great, looks gorgeous like it usually does. So no complaints at all. And like I said, we're actually using this on our current community server, and I haven't gotten the chance to fiddle with it as much as I want to. I really want to start messing around with it, but we're running a couple of other mods that kind of been taking priority on how we build. Anywho, that is it for the Tek Decor mod. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell so you can see when the next videos are coming out. And feel free to follow me here, follow me on Twitter, and also check out our Discord because we stream right here on YouTube Friday and Saturday and Sunday nights. Usually streaming some art. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. Like I said, we'll have a link to the workshop in the description of the video so you guys can check that out at your leisure. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time.